So that's the penetration.
First game for the first-round pick, number 2 overall. So over the top. Pass is caught by Nick Moore. Moore fights for extra yardage down to the 50-yard line of the Riders. A 27-yard pickup, the biggest play so far.
A nice protection supplied by the Winnipeg offensive line here to allow this one to develop. Strike from Willie to Moore on the crosser.
And a muscular body, just 5'8" though. Powerful guy. Now Willie, play action. Close to the first down marker, and a penalty flag flies again as Nick Moore hauled it in.
Of the Saskatchewan player bringing the Velton return back.
Sending out all his receivers is Drew Willie. Tight coverage. Nick Moore is surrounding Mike Riley late in that ball game, leaving the game with injury. Willie jumps up and throws it. Nick Moore jumps up and gets it. Is that a rumor you're starting?
That's what I heard.
That. Oh, I like that rumor. Drew Willie, Nick Moore, big gain up to midfield. First and 20. Pulls it back to Moore. Spun close to the initial line of scrimmage. Hacked home. Didn't make the playoffs. And hasn't won in Regina in 11 tries. And to the end zone, Nick Moore, touchdown. First as a Bomber. Drew Willie now 21 of 24, over 300 yards.
And as we create the new book as to whether to go for 2 or not, 3-point lead with the touchdown. Just kick the single, make it 4, keep them out of field goal reach.
Little dance for Nick Moore. So this Blue Bomber team that hasn't won in Regina since 2004. 0 for their last 11 here. 7 minutes away from ending a long 4-point cushion has been created. But there's loads of time left. Punch, counter punch here at Mosaic tonight. Bombers lead 30-26.
Money time, money time. To God be all the glory. Mom, Dad, Nicole, Lance, Casey, love y'all.
Lance Moore.
Tony, Michelle, I ain't forget about
revamped football team that,
well, they needed it. 71 total sacks last year, worst in the league, and they got to protect this young kid.
Now Willie throws, and Nick Moore has the catch down to the 30-yard line, still going. It's down to the 25. And Nick Moore had a big week last week for BC.
Sweet. Can't wait to watch that kid do his thing.
Drew Willie fires it up. Nick Moore's got the catch, and Moore steps out of bounds. It's on the 44-yard line. Gain of 12 yards and more to come in all likelihood. 5 quarterbacks, including 4 starters, have been hurt. Nick Moore takes that quick pass and moves up across the 30 to the 31 for a gain of 4. Taken in this stadium 53-17 to BC a couple of years ago.
There you go.
There's a quick catch for Nick Moore. And Moore's got a first down out to the 48-yard line. And Moore kind of throws the football back to the official with some mustard on it. Gain of 11.
Yeah, Brian Brom, he was second-round draft choice for the Packers back in 2008. 58th overall.
That's the first down for the Bombers since their opening possession. And now Moore, another catch, and another first down into Hamilton territory. 1:01 to go, and he's down to the 49.
Pressure with 6 here.
Now they show blitz. Here it comes. And Moore not able to pick that off at the end of the opening quarter. So now on second down, Brom throws. The pass is caught by Nick Moore. And now they'll say incomplete.
It's moving the sticks. He caught that.
The other second official came in and said it was a catch. A gain of 7. And a first down now with 42 seconds to go. Flags are down. Brom throws towards the goal line. Nick Moore makes the catch and fights his way down to the wall.
Starts now from its own 17-yard line. Here comes the rush. Willie gets the pass away. And caught by Nick Moore. Now on first down. Here comes the blitz. Willie gets the pass away to Moore. And Nick Moore collides hard with Jonathan Hefty. As Moore gets up to the 54-yard line for a gain of 7. Jonathan 7. And Willie again from the shotgun. Again, early movement. Free play for Winnipeg. Willie throws. Nick Moore's got it. And room to run. Jonathan Hefty unloads on Nick Moore. It'll be a first down for Winnipeg.
First down for this. And watch the nice route by Nick Moore. And great timing by Drew Willie. He's going to come up, push it. We'll go out here and then come underneath. Nice route and great timing. There it is. Give it to him. Snap back up in that hole. Ball spotted perfectly. Well, that's pretty to watch. Where he needs to go with it, he didn't have it.
Second and 5. Pick the pair of stop. Throw to Nick Moore. Moore's got a first down. He collides with Marco Brouillette down to the 45-yard line. A gain of 9 and a first down for Winnipeg.
Mason Venable's not disappointing.
Game was won. It's second and 9. Now Willie fires and the pass is caught by Nick Moore. And Moore's got a first down inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line to pick up a 15-yard.
That's about the only place the ball could have been thrown without his receiver getting his head taken off, because it's pretty tight coverage. And he spots it low. And Nick Moore goes down and makes a tough catch. It's a pocket shot. This is what Drew Willie defense is looking at. Watch Willie's eyes. He's looking at him whole way, waiting for him. Steps up, finds a lane. Throws it right underneath as Chip Cox is guarding one of the best receivers.
12 minutes to go. Second and 5. Willie throws and the pass is caught by Nick Moore. He's got a first down at the 35-yard line. Yes, now Matt will call that as a penalty if you indicate a flag. You're right. And call for the official. Willie throws it out and Nick Moore makes the catch seconds before Mitchell White got.
Second and 5. Short drop. Flag comes down. And they're going to halt play here. Nick Moore made the catch. This year, 3 scores. There's Willie on a roll. Sideline pass. And that's caught by Nick Moore, who came into the game number 1 in catches with 19 and number 3 in receiving yards, and he gets 6 more. Didn't he go over a year without a penalty? That was 2 years. Here's Willie throwing, and he's got Nick Moore. It's a first down. That's a valuable first down for the Bombers to give them a little breathing room and keep the ball away from Calgary. Side in, that's how quick it happens. Denmark over 100. And there's Nick Moore with another catch. Bombers have scored a point in every quarter so far this season. Don't have one yet, though, in the second quarter of this game. So a string of points in 13 straight quarters on the line here. And another completion and another first down. So the Bombers have put 3 first downs together here with just over a minute to go in the first half.
Yeah, and they're forcing Drew Willie, the Calgary defense, they're forcing him to be patient with this. And
10 for Moore, another first down. This chip away.
It's never wrong.
Double tight end formation. Willie stands in, long out. And Moore has another catch. Second and 8. Cotton stays in, now releases. The out is complete. With a touchdown against his old team and a Alouette win over Calgary. Second down play here, and it's a catch for Nick Moore and a first down. Conversion for the Bombers, trying at 6. Looking for a first down or at least field goal range.
Double the amount. Only 3 touches so far today.
They throw over the top, and Nick Moore goes high and comes down with the football. Great catch.
Goes high and then gets low in a hurry because he's got Dexter McCoy, Rookie of the Year last year for the Eskimos, coming right at him. Well, this is going and getting it, climbing the ladder. Quarterback kind of hangs him out to dry here. He goes up, gets it at his highest point, then gets
wow.
low. Woo-hoo,
almost low-bridged here. Look at this.
This is beautiful. Whoop. That is survival instincts right there. Ball game, and you know Nick Moore draws back in. That's huge. So you're gonna have to rely on your veteran receivers, Nick Moore, Clarence Denmark, you know, to push the football down the field and get the running game going along with Cameron March. I think this is huge for the young quarterback to rely on veterans and get the running game going. That's exactly what Mark's going to have to do, Bill.
We're talking about the guy now.
Marv with a 2-point lead and a first down at the Winnipeg 46. Four-man rush, stood in, gets it to Moore. And Nick Moore back into Argo territory. Greg Jones the tackle. But Moore has a Winnipeg first down.
You're going to see Nick Moore as the number 3 receiver. Argos are in zone defense. Linebacker Brandon Isaac drops, and he sees this one the whole way and reacts to it as the ball's in the air, but just misses the tackle off the mark, allowing Moore to pick up a couple extra yaks.
Bombers start with the 1-point lead at their 35. Terrell Scott in the backfield. The out thrown to Nick Moore. Punished out of bounds by Owusu Ansah up at the 40. Pickup of 5 yards, maybe a little bit more.
Well, you saw Robert Marv getting on the move a little bit on that one, as Matty talked about at halftime. You're listening in as Marv moving that launch point, moving the throwing spot a little bit so the Argos can't just tee off, head for the pocket.
Second and about 4.5, four-man rush. Another out and a terrific catch made there by Moore, who came into the game leading the Canadian Football League in second down conversion catches with 12.
But if statistics are any indication in the early part of this season, maybe Nick Moore is transforming into a little bit more of a possession guy. He'd suggest that the opportunities for the deep balls haven't come yet in terms of what's been called, but we talked about the high completion percentage on the targets to Nick Moore.
Yeah, surprisingly, his deepest shot, 27 yards, and he's got another one underneath here, and another first down. Brandon Isaac brings him down in Argo territory. That's leading the league, even though he's missed 2 games.
Yeah, played only 5 of the Bombers' first 7 games, but he's actually the team's leader in terms of yards per game. Coming into this when he had 28 catches, having been targeted 35 times, that 80% number among the top few receivers.
Special teams and the defense have done their job. Marv on a roll. Little sidearm toss to Nick Moore. These 2 guys go back a little ways, back in Tampa a few years ago. Worked out together, got to know each other. And Moore with 9.5 on that catch, becoming more prominent.
Now 26-year-old Robert Marv at the controls, his second start for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. With a full week of practice, Marv up and throwing, caught by Nick Moore, and Moore's got 8 out to the 33-yard line.
And Robert Marv is taking advantage of it.
First down for the 23. Play fake to Cameron Marshall, and the quick throw caught by Nick Moore, and Moore inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line.
Football makes something happen, and not a lot going on offensively.
Play fake, and Marv throws the ball to the near sideline, and Nick Moore, and Moore gets thrown out of bounds at the 21.
All right, it's just run into avoided spot. There's no route involved there. Just hit to an area and ball stuck on you and get what you can. They're trying to block for those guys up front.
Now Marv with a play fake on first down, wants to throw and does. And the pass is caught by Nick Moore out across the 20 to the 23, but
the sound of silence.
Here's Robert Marv on first down, throws. Nick Moore the catch up to the 30-yard line for a gain of 6.
So enormous, and here the Rough Riders turn it over. Winnipeg has the first down. Bombers at the Saskatchewan 20. And a pass out the flat. Nick Moore's got the catch as they work on Marche Green.
Yeah, notice that again. It's the same pattern. Last 2 it was Darvin Adams, but the
Moore in motion. Pioli Cadino in the game. And Braun tossing it off.
And it's Nick Moore down to the one. Ball popped loose. I think the whistle had gone. Let's find out.
They're discussing it now. Nick Moore reaches for the goal line. It's just a matter of whether the knee was down before he lost the ball, or was it the ground that forced the ball out?
Kim Murphy in charge of proceedings today.
The ruling on the field is the ball carrier was down by contact. The 1 yard line would be second down.
Well, let's see if Bob Dice makes his first challenge as a head coach. We'll take a look.
Wants to take another look at this, and you'll see the extension from Nick Moore as he tries to reach for it. Looks like he has possession, and it was the ground that pops it out.
Contact from Tyree Hollins.
Has possession there, has not lost the handle, and is reaching for it, and that you can see his left knee down.
Don't think that's worth the challenge.
I know he didn't score points in that final drive, but how important was it to show this offense could move against the wind, considering you're going to have to try and do it in one of these quarters?
It's very important, especially seeing that we're down right now. We just can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. We got to execute every time we get the ball.
How impressed have you been with Brian Braum in his first start this season in the CFL?
Oh, I'm impressed. I mean, I knew he was going to come out here and have a good game. All the guys are rallying behind him, and we got to finish it here in the second half.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Play action fake, and underneath, Nick Moore's got it. He'll be tackled by Kevin Regenbald. But Nick Moore gives Winnipeg a little breathing room.
Play action fake freezes the linebacking core, and Nick Moore finds the hole. Veteran inside receiver. He'll sit down nicely on that last play.
Third catch of the game for Moore. Over the middle, Moore's got a catch. Short yardage, and I think Brian Braum's got to stretch the field soon. Over the middle, and a completion down to the 50-yard line. Moore another catch and a first down. First down, and another catch by Moore. Hard to pin this on Braum, but there's going to be a lot of questions
around the players, and that they think that they've taken on maybe a little bit of his personality. I asked Bob Dice about it. He said that it's something that for him, he is very aware of, and he wants players to know that they can continue to talk to him, even though his role has changed to head coach.
Defense a little relaxed that time, and Nick Moore puts up the biggest play of the game so far for the Bombers. 64 yards, and his biggest play of 2015.
Yeah, I think what Sarah's talking about, too, is a team that's not playing to avoid a mistake. They're just playing a little more free and going out there and being athletes. Now, give full credit to Matt Nichols here for this throw to Nick Moore. Got him behind the linebacking core, and despite the early mistakes, Matt Nichols is still pushing the...
What's a different defensive line for the Rough Riders? With Andre Monroe inside, 2nd and 10, and there's a pass. The Moore's got a second down conversion catch, his first in 3 weeks, and a huge play to get the Bombers into Rough Rider territory at the Saskatchewan 45.
Identical play to that long throw in the first half. So he just gets the football in behind the linebackers and in front of the deep secondary. Terrell Mays in 1 quarter.
Right here. Wow. Here's Nick Moore, and Moore brought down at the 15-yard line. The one that went for 32 yards, the 200th career catch for Moore, now at 201.
In the league to lead his team in tackles from the halfback spot.
Nichols throwing again, another completion, and Nick Moore, who returns to the lineup, missed last week and was missed with a groin injury, has 15 yards on a strike from Matt Nichols.
Well, it just gives another weapon to Matt Nichols in this offense to get Nick Moore back in the lineup. Remember, he didn't play against Montreal. Nice little slant route inside, and he just sits there on that curl.
Right at the first down marker. Fresh set of downs for the Blue Bombers.
Second quarter. Now can the Bombers keep the pace?
Play action to Siobhan Walker. Nick Moore now has some room in a block and goes flying for a big gainer here. Nick Moore thought maybe he could break that one. A 24-yard gain for number 17.
Good start because Matt Nichols and this offense going to want to stay on the field. Even if they finish here matching the field goal, Keon Raymond and their linebacking core.
First and 15 now. Over the top again. There's Moore. And they have a first down as they get close to the red zone in Winnipeg. There's a hold on that last return, and it's a long field for the Blue Bombers. Nichols has to orchestrate here to Nick Moore. Get out of this hole. Last week in Montreal. Trying to get the Bombers back in this. Here's the rush. Now he has Moore on the near sideline.
Run here until they get in the field goal range.
Nichols over the top. What a catch. Nick Moore right at the first down marker. They'll move the sticks. 1:13 to go. That only used up 4 seconds. They'll line up quickly. Second and 10. Nichols stands in, delivers again to Nick Moore. Again, the University of Saskatchewan. Play action again, and out of the backfield, Nick Moore. Sure went back to the sideline and
scrimmage.
25 seconds to go. Second down. Quick hitter, far side. Nick Moore again goes shotgun, chance to burn one here. He does. Nick Moore sideline has it. I know you're thinking the same thing. Second and inches. Why not?
Yeah,
take a shot.
Love it.
Down to the 5-yard line.
Nick Moore. He's just going. Outside release, use the speed, put it up and let your guy go make a play. A great matchup, Nick Moore against Pat Watkins. With good veteran players in this league. Nick Moore gets the victory on that one. Huge play for the Bombers.
Red zone. Nichols. End zone. Nick Moore. And the Blue Bomber offense springs to life in this third quarter.
It was a rocky start to this ball game for both Matt Nichols and Nick Moore. But both these guys lit it up on this possession.
It's been a game of selective memory. Nichols had a bad start. Moore had a bad start. Troy Studermeyer had a bad start. Everybody's been able to erase that. The Blue Bombers are going to go for 2 here.
Well, look, looking for the lead, and I wonder if Mike O'Shea is considering the...
Matt Nichols and Nick Moore. A big one down near the goal line. Punched in by Moore. Big play, Nick Moore.
Yes, I am, baby. Yes, I am Christian. Rest in peace to all the people's families in Oregon.
Nick Moore. Heavy heart, obviously, with a tragedy down in the state of Oregon. Again, play action for Nichols. Nick Moore. Look at that. Tight ropes it again. Thought for a second he stepped out of bounds, but they're calling it a completed pass. Nichols spots him right on the sideline. Willie Jefferson, dogged pursuit.
I like the, again, play call there by the Bombers. As you look for ways on it and deflect it over the outstretched arms. 6'5" Patrick Watkins.
Second down and 10. Over the top, Nick Moore again to the 30. 22-yard gain Blue Bombers driving the football. Not backing down a bit here.
You saw the great move there by Moore off the line to lose Otha Foster.
Nichols to Nick Moore. The former Lion has the catch up at the 45-yard line. Tackle made the play by Alex Hoffman-Ellis. And the market is a gain of 5, very close to, and it is good for a Winnipeg first down right here. Here comes the blitz from Bidgill. Nichols throws. He's got Nick Moore.
At the controls for the Bombers. Second down, and they'll throw the screen. Nick Moore. Winnipeg goes to work. 3.5 minutes to go. 38-yard line. And a quick hitter up the middle. Nick Moore brings down at midfield. Hit by Abdul Kanay, but a catch by Moore to get them to the midfield stripe. Forced fumbles. Look out. Fake inside, a flag down. Moore's got another catch. Just host the Eastern Final. Bombers trying to punch it in on a roll. Nichols throws. Touchdown. Nick Moore. Nick Moore has his 3rd touchdown of the season. And now they'll go for 2.
Keep working at it. Keep battling, chipping away. A couple of penalties helped this drive out. Finished with Nick Moore.
Kind of a high lob. Leggett was able to come under.
What a nice catch there. Stretching for it. Nick Moore's first reception of the afternoon.
And digging themselves into insurmountable holes in the opening 30 minutes.
Well, giving the ball away doesn't help as well. Up near the 50-yard line. They've got to get Nick Moore more involved as well. That time he was wide open. They just connect, bring it into Ottawa territory. Moore is the Bombers' leading receiver. Adams, top of your screen. Denmark in motion with Moore. Twin backs. Nichols now in trouble. Rolls, touchdown! Nick Moore. And the Blue Bombers have their first lead of the ball game.
And a little 3-man motion on the outside to the right side of this offensive formation. Nick Moore a part of that off play action. They hold the defenders, allow Nick Moore to sneak in behind. As the linebackers were held up by that run fake.
9 yards to Paters. Winnipeg. Pulse beating. Now leads 20-17.
Shout out to everybody back at the crib. Ohio, Florida, you know what time it is. The Heems chat, you know I got y'all.
Big play. Big drive capped off by Nick Moore.
Well, it appears it's Abdul Kanay who's tracking Nick Moore across the formation here. You've got man coverage down here. You've got 3 receivers, 3 defenders out on the front side of this. Right there, if you hold it, all 3 defenders thought that their routes were going to the outside, so everybody went. Nick Moore faked outside, came under. Defender got lost in the shuffle. Moore wide open underneath, and again, no linebackers there to help out or get in the throwing lanes because they were sucked up on that run fake.
Ohio native playing at Toledo. On the BC line.
Renowned in the statistics world.
You're going to share that 50-50 with him, too. There it is. Nick Moore again. Pat Nichols took a jolt, but connects with Moore. Nick Moore's touchdown, the difference in this ball game right now.
Nick Moore, the wide man, working in tandem into the boundary with Darvin Adams. Getting a little bit of a cushion there from Abdul Kanay. Takes advantage of it with that catch underneath.
Nichols shouts out the play. Second down. They have to get to the end zone. Over the top. It's Moore snaring it up near the 40.
Again, critical to communicate. Grand scheme of things, needing a touchdown, though largely inconsequential.
Here's the rush now. And they'll throw it to Moore, and he'll get out of bounds.
Nice throw.
Davis guns it. Catch made. First reception of the night for Nick Moore. Bombers leading targeted receiver. Getting close to 900 yards on the season. We need a monster night tonight to get to 1,000. Boy, he throws a very hard football with a tight spiral, what we've seen so far.
Yeah, a little bit of a heater there for Nick Moore. Execute this first play, though.
Really would like to get it down to the 40-yard line, 35 maybe, or even further in traffic. That's instant field goal position, maybe more. They have a couple more shots here. Trying to huddle up quickly is Nick Moore in traffic, and Davis drops it in.
Yeah, you talk about execution, very confidently thrown ball there.
Second down and 5 from the Bomber 40. Down 6. Davis again. And again, it's Moore picking up a first down. Davis winging it out for Moore. That's another first down. And